All right, let's dive right in. If you're an academic, a student, a researcher, basically, if you're using AI in your work, you know the struggle is real. You get this amazing output from ChatGPT or Claude, but then trying to get it into a normal document, it feels like a total battle. Well, today we're going to look at a tool that is set to completely change that whole game. This right here, this is the pain point, isn't it? That awful, just soul-crushing cycle of copy, paste, and then spending, I don't know, hours manually fixing every single table, every equation, and every bit of code that just gets completely wrecked in the transfer. And this just says it all. On the left, yeah, that's the nightmare we've all lived through. Busted tables, raw code, just a complete mess. But on the right, that's the promise of MassiveMark. Perfect formatting. Every single time. It's clean, it's professional, and it's just ready. So when you see that, you're probably thinking, okay, cool. It's a fancy converter. It takes stuff from ChatGPT or Gemini and spits out a docx file. And you know what? For a while, that was pretty much what it was. But here's where the plot thickens. Is that the whole story? Is it really just a simple tool for exporting your text? No way. It has absolutely evolved. We're not just talking about a simple exporter anymore. We are talking about an entire platform, a whole environment built to plug directly into an academic writing workflow. It's designed to save you from that fragmented, frustrating process you're so used to. So let's break that down. What does this whole unified writing hub thing actually mean when you're using it? Okay, so here's where you can really see the big shift. This isn't just about getting content out of an AI. It's about what you do with it after. You get a full editor right there to tweak and perfect your drafts. And get this, you can pull content from ChatGPT, then grab a table from Gemini, and maybe add a summary from Claude, all into one single cohesive document. It nails the hard stuff, the math, the tables, the citations, before you even think about exporting that submission-ready file. That's what makes it a genuine environment, not just a tool. Now, to make all this magic work, there's one key detail you have to understand about capturing your content perfectly. It actually involves two different workflows. So how you get started really depends on which AI platform you're using. For tools like Claude or Perplexity, their normal built-in copy buttons, they work perfectly, no problem. But for the big ones, ChatGPT and Gemini, their own copy buttons actually break the formatting. To fix that, you need a free little browser extension called the BibCit Markdown Capturer. And honestly, this is the perfect way to think about why that extension is so important. Using that standard copy button on ChatGPT, it's like tracing. Yeah, you'll get the rough shape, but you lose all the important, fine details. The BibCit extension, on the other hand, that's like a high-res scanner. It captures the original digital blueprint with 100% accuracy. And don't worry, getting it is incredibly simple. It's available on the web stores for all the major browsers. Chrome, Edge, Firefox, you name it. Just search for BibCit Markdown Capturer, click Add Extension, and you're pretty much set. Pro tip, pin it to your toolbar so it's always just one click away. So, you've captured your perfectly formatted content. Where does it all go? Well, it lands in the heart of the system, the MassiveMark playground. And this is where the real magic happens. Every single element that's critical for academic writing is preserved. And I mean everything. We're talking LaTeX math equations, the complex stuff in technical papers, intricate tables, code blocks with all the syntax highlighting intact, even your images and fully formatted reference lists. Nothing gets lost in translation. So once your document is all put together there in the playground, you have two main export options. You can download a docx file, which is totally editable in Word or Google Docs if you need to do more work or collaborate, or you can generate a print-ready PDF that's already perfectly formatted for submission or for sharing with colleagues. But the workflow doesn't even have to start with an AI chatbot. MassiveMark is actually part of a much bigger ecosystem that can take you all the way from a physical paper document to a final polished draft. Let me show you how. So to get this next part, we just need a super quick primer on OCR, which stands for Optical Character Recognition. All it really is the tech that lets a computer read the text from an image, like a scanned page from a book or a photo you took with your phone. And here we go with another fantastic analogy. Trying to feed a normal scan to an AI is like trying to read a map through a frosted glass window. The AI might get the gist of it, but all the crucial details, like complex equations and tables, they're just a blur. This is where another tool in the ecosystem, MassivePix, comes into play. It's a specialized OCR built specifically for those tough technical documents. So when you put it all together, you get this complete, seamless, end-to-end workflow. You can actually start by digitizing a physical paper using MassivePix. Then you can take that perfectly captured text and have an AI like Claude enhance it. After that, you combine everything in the MassiveMark playground, and boom, you export your polished, publication-ready document. It's one single, beautiful pipeline. All of this, really, it just leads to one major conclusion. It might be time to seriously rethink how you approach your academic workflow. 5 seconds. That's it. That's how long it takes to export your final document. Just think about the hours, literally hours you've spent manually reformatting. That single number represents a huge, huge win for your efficiency. Ultimately, this is the whole promise, right? It bridges that massive gap between the raw, messy stuff the AI gives you and the final, polished document you actually need for your work. And it does it without all that painful manual labor stuck in the middle. And that leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Consider the frustration, the loss of focus, that creative spark that just gets killed by tedious, boring reformatting. Is your current workflow costing you more than just your time?